When I was a kid, I was always a worrier. I always jumped to conclusions, had really bad ADHD. My real mental health problems started when I was in middle school, when I was in the 6th grade. Our local high school's basketball team was on their way back from championships. They were about a half hour outside of my hometown when their van drove headfirst into a transport truck. 7 boys died of the 9 on the team, and my neighbor and my teacher, who was the wife of the coach driving, was also killed. I didn't really know how to cope with all the feelings and everything that was going on. That was when I started going to therapy. I went to numerous different therapists and psychologists and psychiatrists throughout middle school and high school. When I started university, everything just kind of overflowed. My anxiety, my feelings of agitation and not knowing how to cope with things. I dropped out of school. I couldn't eat. All I did was sleep. I lost a lot of weight. I was lucky through my journey, and my family was very supportive, and they still are. 3 years later, to this day, I guess, I am now properly diagnosed. I am still struggling with medications and everything, but I am in the best place I have been in a very, very long time. To me, it's important to end the stigma around mental health because throughout the years, I was met with judgmental views and biased opinions. But what I've learned is that nobody has a right to dictate how you feel. They have no right to tell you to just get over it. Every journey is different for every single person. People cope with things in different ways. Suffering from mental health problems doesn't mean you're crazy, doesn't mean you're damaged. Suffering from mental health disorders means it can be harder to get through the day, and it can be hard to think about the future, think about the past, or even think about where you are right now. There are so many different aspects to a person, and just because they suffer from mental health problems doesn't mean that is what defines them. People with mental health disorders are no different from people who have diabetes or lupus or any other chronic illness. The only difference is that those diseases tend to be more physical and visible. People often push mental illness to the side because it's invisible. You can't see it. I want to be able to help people like me who may be going through what I went through for years, struggling to figure out what was going on, what was wrong, being told that they were fine because they were only seeing doctors. It's okay not to be fine. Physically, you may be okay, you may not be fine. And nobody should be ashamed of taking the time they need to figure themselves out and do what they need to do to get better. Some people say that you have to see it to believe it, but you can't see mental health problems until it gets to be too late.